Uh, we are here on Western Wild, aka my safe game that I've been working on, also known as Wild Haven, Montana. Yes, I know it isn't an official mod map I'm working on, but a custom save game that I've been going back and forth working on. It is a challenge, yes, but it'll be worth it in the long run when we get this map done, dusted, ready to go. So, right now we are just getting our 1590 no-till drill back to the farm. We are actually... We're going to have to move the auger. Also, the T-Rex 600, yes, that's parked there for a reason. But we're actually going to drop that off. Go attached to our other auger here for our bin setup. So, in terms of the equipment we have here on the farm, well, actually, let's do an equipment tour here on the farm. Also, yes, please note all the dots around at the farm, like all scattered around the map, are new businesses, placeables, stuff like that. So firstly, we have in the field right now that we need to get ready, to continue to get ready, is our, well, starting here actually, we have our 1206 farm all up to the 712 tiller, which I believe is a 13-row shank ripper. Then we have our Field Boss 2, our White Field Boss Series 2. Highest model for this, 155. Oh, no, it's Series 3. Never mind. Series 3 to 155 hooked up to our IH plow here, the 770. And then up the house we have the Harley, which I'm calling a Harley. We have a couple of cars up there too. What else? And then going back towards the farm here, we have our main combine, which is our John Deere 9610 with the dualies. We are using a paint-matched Nardi header trailer with one of the many John Deere headers I have for mods-wise. It's the 625F. We will be getting a corn header, which, actually, speaking of, we do have some modded corn heads, so we'll actually get those when I get a second trailer. Over here, because we have 3 tractors on the main farm right now, we have one of our larger tractors, because the farmers are largest in terms of power. It's because that's running the Ultra Power engine, which is 300 horsepower from the 95 it had originally, but our biggest 4-wheel drive is our John Deere 4840 hooked up to 3 Parker gravity wagons. These are the 2500 gravity wagons, and then yeah, so 2500s are what we're using. We have 3 of them. And then, as you guys saw, we have the 1982 TLX. We will need to get a skid steer for that here, because where we're going to be putting our grain and all of that, and skid steer attachments. Then we have actually both of BC Bueller's augers from his vintage auger pack. This is his versatile auger here, the larger of the two, with also his Soaring Eagle drive-over conveyor, which I like it. That's how we're going to be able to unload into the silos here. We have 3 4-ring Meridian bins, and then we have the 2 5-rings down there, which we might have to upgrade. I don't know. Then we have our pressure washer, fuel tank, and all that over there. We have our 40-footer gooseneck trailer from 82 Studio. We have a seed runner. I believe this is from 82 Studio as well. I don't know. But we have this configured to be a gooseneck config for our truck, which is a TLX 1982, and then we also here have the second of the two vintage augers from BC Bueller's vintage auger pack. Coming back around behind us, we have the T-Rex 600, which we won't be using anymore, so I'm kind of considering selling it, but who knows. We do also have this John Deere 7000 planter, which is, I believe, the 7000 series planter. We'll be using this for most, if not all, of our corn planting here on the farm. Then we have our 5090 no-till here, which we kind of left out in the middle of the field in front of this shed to kind of try to... Oh, yeah, I forgot I had this. So this is our snowplow that we run on our pickup truck for the farm. But right now we are just kind of trying to get the save game finished up, ready to go, to hopefully get it ready for operation here on the 5th, here coming up very soon. And then we got we have a couple other things scattered around. We have a couple of semi-trucks, which technically are ours, but I'm not going to be considering them ours. We do also have a 4940 sprayer for when we do need to get a hold of the Farmers Cooperative. And then we have the crane up here, which, why do we have a crane? I don't know. But we also have a JCB telehandler. Then we have, and then we have this Haul with Workshop over here, kind of acting as our custom dealership, which let's actually head on over there really quick to kind of head into town. But before that, though, let's kind of go right up here to kind of go show y'all the cattle operation we kind of have. So, up there is our house with the Harley and all of that, and then take this road, which it is a bit bumpy. I tried getting this down to where it would be more of a bumpier style dirt road. Then, yeah. Which it will be, I'm still kind of trying to get it finalized and all that though, so. But here's our largest field on the main farm. I'm considering kind of making some extra fields for what we have up here, which is our cattle operation. We don't have any equipment on this just yet, but we do kind of have planned on maybe some of the older equipment for this, like some of the older tractors that we have here on Save Game downloaded and all that. So what we do have, however, is actually an extra dirt road kind of made ready to go for getting some field made too. So, which actually I'm kind of tempted on bringing the gooseneck trailer over here to kind of map it out. Gooseneck trailer and the T-Rex 600 kind of map this out a little bit better. Because, well, yeah. But actually, while we're here, let's kind of paint this back up to be the meadow grass. And then we go back down here. Go down to gravel grass. And then kind of work on a road system, kind of like this. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be a fairly nice map. I'm just kind of trying to get it worked on right now. But we're actually this stream is mainly just going to be getting So this is basically just kind of going to get the whole, like, map and all that out there to kind of get it ready to go for y'all when I do eventually decide to say, hey, let's go into FS22 on a computer to kind of recreate this whole map. Well, using the using Western Wilds, what the base map of the save game is Western Wilds from Alien Gym. So, but other than that, let's kind of back out of here for a second, and then let's actually get rid of the interaction really quick too. So we do also have precision farming here on the save game. Down here, though, it doesn't really matter because this is going to be this plot right here is the demo derby plot, and then for this strip right here, that is our. So basically, this whole area down here is a motorsports complex. So we'll actually we'll kind of go at it like in a clockwise rotation for the map. So we do have custom modding's Val Metal feed mixer there. We have a bunch of older style sheds. We have some of Taylor Farms Michigan shed pack here too, which is that shed, which is what this shed, bleh, which is what this shed is from. So, which actually go over here. No. I have dirty gravity. Kind of get that there, and then kind of going over here. Kind of. Going here to kind of then get and then oh yeah. Then we'll go, I believe this is... Nope, that's gravel dirt. Yep. So, there, kind of get this all patched up with some meadow grass. And then kind of go into here with the meadow grass. Kind of... do that as well. So, pretty much this is kind of going to be the main cattle operation here on the farm. And then once we get the rest of the map done, I will kind of go over it with y'all on a kind of like a live stream like this, which in turn will be awesome. But for right now, though, we are going to be heading back towards the main farm road, which, yeah, we'll kind of start booking it here just a little bit, bucking Bronco style. Yeah! Yeah! So, we'll be saving the larger field for when we get into the series itself. I'm kind of mainly prioritize on getting this field done first, and then we'll add it kind of. But yeah, so there is also a lake out back just a little bit, which actually I'm not going to be able to go rotate it around and show y'all, because we are already here on our main little farm, little house road, McBob, and then yeah. So there's our main farm, cattle farm, and then the house itself back there. The dealership and all that kind of been unchanged. And then of course we got power lines over here, kind of signifying our entryway into the town itself. So big differences compared to base game Western Wilds. A bunch of trees have been removed. All the wire watchtowers have been removed. We are actually kind of going to go and turn in here. Kind of, actually, we'll turn in the gas station. Kind of walk y'all through what we did here. So we have the gas station here. This is a placeable gas station. So yes, you guys can refill your equipment here. So, placeable gas station. Was kind of going to try to do a truck stop and all of that, but and then we across the street have, well, we also do have a hidden memorial, which I'm not actually going to reveal to y'all just yet. So we'll wait for y'all to kind of guess on where the hidden memorial could be. And then we also do have, so we have a supermarket for our dry corn business, which basically, yes, we do own most, if not all, the productions here on the map, but which actually will kind of go in here too. Alright, so can I go into here, kind of, and then go back into painting, and then paint again, paint on some grass, go back to this meadow grass. There we go. A little bit of a bigger area, but so a little bit bigger of an area, but yeah, this is kind of where we will be dropping off our dried corn, and then what's this for? Average purchase product sales. So yeah, but the dealership, which is right here, I'm still kind of trying to decide on what equipment we sell here, which actually, you know what, I will kind of make my decision myself. So let's see. You know what? Case IH dealers. Yeah. We're having a case IH. Actually. We're doing a dealer. We're doing a deer dealer. But, in all honesty, y'all, I kind of forgot about making the poll. So, yeah. Other than that, though, we kind of have... We're going to have parking along for customers kind of... So, like, customer parking all along here, which, yeah. So, we got customer parking all along here. We will be kind of filling the inside, even though all this is like a workshop, so. And then we'll kind of get the idea of getting equipment around, just some, not much though, but just some. Yeah. But yeah, pretty much we are kind of just. But yeah, this is kind of the dealership so far. Custom deer dealer. Not anywhere completed just yet. So keep that in mind. The deer dealer is still being worked on. So anyway, let's kind of get back into the truck, which I have left running. So let's actually head back past the gas station to kind of into the in-crypto account. So we have a coffee shop, a restaurant, we have a farmer's market with a couple of vending machines, which, well, actually that's a garden center, which that is a placeable decoration. That is not a sell point of anything. I'm just going to let you all know that now. Then we got a couple of houses too put down. So we have. Then down that way is a bunch of business like productions and all that. Then we also have the Mexican restaurant here, which it is supposed to be a drive-through, but I'm treating it as a walk-in only type of business. Yeah. And then we got a pizzeria, another house, another with one of OKU's Mod's garages. We got another small businesses over there. We got another house, another house. We have a pizzeria. Yeah, so the pizzeria is a Brazilian pizzeria, so I'm having to do with what resources we have here on Wildhaven. So then we have a sweet shop up here with the selling point for the Straw Harvest DLC, which we will be using the Straw Harvest DLC, just letting y'all know that now. So there's the Straw Harvest sell point with the sweet shop. There's another house. There is the farmer's market there. There's another house with another one of the two-car garages from OKU's Mods. We have a hotel. We have the inn, which I believe this is from Black Sheep Modding's 60 plus buildings pack. Yeah, we're using that. So a bunch of these do come from either placeable like decoration houses or building packs, which, like I said, the garden center actually is from Black Sheep Modding's building pack. So yeah. Anyway, continuing forward, we now enter the Farmers Cooperative. Yeah. So here we have our main shed here with the two co-op owned semi-trucks plus the sprayer and our trailers. So we have, for our semi-trucks, we have the Peterbilt 379, which is technically the Lizard 379, but we don't know about that. Then we have our Superlander X, which is from not BC Bueller, 82 Studio. However, the Fiber Dashes, these are from BC Bueller. The sprayer, however, is from Custom Mod. And then, y'all remember how he said we implemented a couple of buildings from the Michigan Shed Pack? Yeah. So we kind of implemented a kind of like a building extension, if you will. So we're using the workshop from the Michigan Shed Pack on the side of, I believe, Lancy Boy's shed. One of his. No, we're using the American Pole Barn. Yeah. So let's go back out of here. Bring it back up to here. So we do have the dry corn ion much like we have propane and all of that. We do have a bunch of. We also do have, I believe this is the multi-fruit buying station. Yeah, multi-fruit buying station. stainless steel fertilizer tank, fertilizer, then we got the propane tank, and then we got the horizontal tank there. And then over here we have our grain system. Yeah. Brazilian silos do kind of look a lot cool when it comes to building American style farms. So, unloading point there. We have... What? Why didn't I finish this? Or why didn't... okay, there. Prices averted. So we have our loading in point here. And by the way, this is the largest silo from that Brazilian shed pack, silo pack, whatever you want to call it. So then we have a weight station. Then we have our large corn dryer here. So this is where we'll drop off the propane and all that to be able to load in our corn to be able to have it dried. Which actually we'll kind of go through here. Kind of get our way out of the farmer's co-op. And then also with the whole office and all that, the office will kind of be based in the workshop shed area of the that shed, yeah. So coming down here, we have a couple of extra production. We have a heating plant there. And then we have two productions over here. We have one of them being coffee production, and then we have one other one. I believe it's for dairy sheep. I'm trying to investigate here. Yeah, this is for sheep cheese. Yeah, this is for dairy sheep. Okay. So. Then we have, of course, the pellet heat plant over there, which is also part of Straw Harvest, which we're getting over to that building. Yeah. We do also have our coffee production over here, which is where we'll produce coffee. So, and then coming up to here, yes, there's a roadblock. I'm still trying to decide on what should go over in this little section, but we have a place to make road salt, and then we have our kind of using it as a street department, if you will, kind of area, but even though in all reality it's the shed that you can make straw pellets with from Straw Harvest. So, yeah. Oh yeah. Then we got the crane too. Actually, close that gate. Then I'm kind of deciding if I want to build like a secondary farm with moderatively sized fields, but not too many sized fields. So, actually going to boot up YouTube again, load up chat so I can be able to read chat. So, yeah. But we do, and like I said, we have a roadblock here. I'm kind of deciding if I should continue the road from here or not. So, if I do, we'll most likely kind of make a river or something to kind of get over to this area. Because this area we've not touched yet. I wanted the main goal was to edit wherever there's empty land to be able to get new stuff put down. But in all honesty, we might put like a smaller grain farm over here with like a small lake and all of that. Well, of course we'll get decorations put down too. So, but taking a look at our slot count here too for everything, I'm just hovering into the AGI pack for this. We are at 2186 out of 44. So we still have a bunch of room, hopefully, to kind of play with for this map. Save game area thing, yeah. So, and then continuing down over here. Well, we'll kind of leave town, and then we'll respect road laws first, but hey. But yeah. We got vending machines over here where we can sell stuff. We got the garden center, which is a decorative item, so yeah. We'll kind of turn up here. So yeah, support your local farmers, y'all. They do so much work ain't even funny. So passing the deer dealer, and then up here we've changed heavily. Before we even actually, let's not turn down that road just yet. Up here is where the abandoned, well, right now we are on the land where the abandoned farm used to be. Yeah, that's no longer the case, y'all. We are now facing the lake. Which, yeah, it's a lake. I'm kind of considering getting some parking put up, which I really wish we did have the sand, like, option to paint down some sand, because, yeah, that'd be freaking awesome. But, actually, while we're in here, let's kind of get a feeling for let's kind of get a feeling for, well, let's kind of see what we got in terms of close enough painting options. So, I mean, we got dirt. That's, well, because I wanted to have like a little beach, which, yeah, would turn out somewhat okay, but not really. Anyway, let's continue forward down along the river up here to our, well, oh yeah, by the way, this is a one-way road, so whether you're trying to come in from this way to turn that way, you're only going to have to turn that way. You're not going to be able to turn this way. Why did they design it like this? I have no clue, but that's how it is. So, coming down this road here, I'll kind of coming through and flatten it, like soften it just a little bit, but coming through here is one of the biggest, well, one of the bigger changes here on this area of the map, and that is a big old US style grain mill. Yeah. This will be where we can sell and also kind of continue to use our crops to sell and get stuff, basically. So, yeah. Big old US grain mill here. And then, if you guys noticed too, we don't have a bridge out to the other side. That's because of the fact that I wanted that bridge gone. So, right here is normally where the bridge would be. Yeah, it's gone. It's been reduced to atoms. Because, my friends, well, actually, we might act. Ooh, that's another addition I want to do. No? Raise and lower. No. Yeah! Alright, so going to decoration, we have some paintable. Oh, we have. Rain! There's a long black. I'm going to copyright strike. But, yeah! So, we have a couple of things. Well, we have a ton of decorative mods because, yeah. We also have, necessary decoration mods, such as these, which, in all honesty, we might. We need to find, however, our placeable pond from, I believe it's further down. Nope, those are just recycling stations. It's further down. Yeah. Further down. Here we go. Water surface. There. We're kind of going to soften this just up here a little bit. So, yeah. I mean, it's a little high, but that's okay. But other than that, we are just kind of going to go into here and forget about it. Which, so yeah, we can't, so meaning we aren't basically going to be able to travel out this way anymore. Oh, well. So, it's kind of go back down here. Nope, sculpting. Soften this up again, and then go back into the decoration. Here we go again. Fine-tuning, people. Fine-tuning. That's what we gotta do here. Fine-tune. But, I mean, hey, it's cool. We gotta fine-tune it anyway, so, hee. But we'll kind of leave from this area whenever I get to the point of getting to the lakes that we have here for the map itself. So, water. Extra large water fish. Alright, so let's leave from here, because I don't want to have to come back through here and edit that again. So yeah, we have here our chainsaw point and all that. Kind of load in stuff. So we have our wood cell point over here, and then coming down here, we have the most laggy of the sections, if you will. Well, you might be asking why, well, TM, why the hell do you call this the lag section of the map? Just wait till we get to the trees. Oh, wait, actually. Yeah, you know what, let's check out this road. Wow, we need a... Wow, I need a... Yeah, no. Bushes, you gotta go. Bushes, yeah, you gotta go, boys. Eating ash food. Alright, run back through here with our bush remover. The bush remover 9000, yes. Maybe so. Go back through here, kind of run through here just a little bit, kind of get rid of those bushes. Come over to this side, get rid of these bushes. But yeah, so there we go. Bushes have been eliminated for right now. But coming up here, we have a new sawmill, which will kind of designate this little bit of the area as our forestry side, if you will. So there's a sawmill. We do have a sell point for wood chips there. And then continuing up, we'll actually pull into the sawmill, kind of drive through it just here a little bit. Then coming through here is, so this is our sawmill for basically anything and everything. When I get the platinum expansion, we'll kind of switch it out for some of the platinum expansion, because this does come with a platinum expansion version where you can use the stuff from that. And then over here is the sell point for our wood chips. So circle back around, kind of leave the sawmill here. That, well, whenever we don't have anything in those bays, we can just circle back around. Come out here. And then over here, where this road leads, is to this side of the map here. Which I'm kind of considering putting down like 1 or 2 houses out here. Well, yeah, a couple of houses out here might do a little bit of a trick. Like decorative houses, maybe some houses that give out some extra cash here and there, but yeah, so this leads into this section, which is where one of the sawmills is placed by the map creator, funnily enough, so yeah. And then over here is our gas station. Gas station pull-off area here. Come around here to kind of refill everything up in this area. And of course, we can't even access the highway. There we go. Yep, we can't access the highway. Well, anyway, we don't need to access the highway because we are moving in from over here to here. So, same basic sawmill layout there. There is a separate wood chip sell point. There's also this. This was one of the former entrances. That won't be for much longer. Yeah. And then you got a shed there. And coming back through, we might actually have a smaller. Trying to think of where we could put a house, like put like a smaller neighborhood in, get like some extra productions on this side of the map if we're ever over here. or like decorative items, I guess, too. So coming past Sawmill and come past Sawmill here, doing about 75, which I'll get road marker. I'll get some speed limit signs up here because I do have a U.S. road sign pack ready to go for getting road signs and all that up here on these roads, and guardrails too for that are U.S. style. Taking our right out of there. Now this is the section where I said it would get a little teensy bit laggy. Yeah, so well, obviously we do also have a billboard here, support your local farmers, haha. And then into here, this is the campground. It is a laggy mess, but it is a mess that I've enjoyed creating. So, yeah. A lot of area to pull off, a lot of area to set up shop in for you guys if you want to go camping and all of that. We got spots here, got a spot right here for like smaller, like Jeep camper and all of that. We got, and kind of the inspiration from this is like campgrounds I've been to that are like right beside the lake and all that. So we got spots up close to the water. We got a little bit. I'm kind of thinking if I do some of the new spots in the dirty gravel, that might look a little bit better. And then come back out here, we have a playground for our children. And then we have the like parking lot area for the people who are just out here visiting family that are here camping. And then another little detail that I've kind of thrown in here too, a boat ramp, which will be transferring over to the PC version of the game whenever I get that as well. So let's kind of risk our truck trying to U-turn it there. Okay, so don't try parking in those spots. Won't work. So, head out back this way. Then we have, and then this whole area is kind of in the state forest area, if you will. So this is the main laggy point of the map, because there are so many more freaking trees down. So, National State Forest here. Technically, it starts right when we get out of here. Well, technically it should start when we're driving in, but eh. And then up here on our left, we're actually kind of pulling up into it right now, is going to be our, well, the county motorsports complex, aka meaning anything and anything to do with motorsports. We're actually going to drive through and kind of get some extra buildings put down while we're here too. So let's kind of go through here. Go through here, turn in. We gotta pay for our ticket first though. Yeah, one ticket. Thanks. So, we got a drag strip with a return road. We got our dirt oval track here. I tried basing it on a 3/8, like a 3/8 of a mile oval, but kind of turned out to be more like a mile and a half a mile, more like half mile, maybe half mile, a little bit long, like a little bit longer of a half mile. And then in here, when we get all the details and all that done, is our demolition derby pad, which we are using the plowed state texture for the Western Wilds map, as that's the closest thing we can get to actual mud in the game until we can upgrade to 25, which will be fun. Then coming up, well, then coming up over here, when we get the piece of machinery to do it, because we have the tractor pull add-on, we will be doing some tractor pull events. So, but yeah, this is kind of another little dirt strip we kind of worked on. I'm kind of thinking about making it a little bit longer. And then we'll kind of get buildings put up along like, we'll get buildings and bleachers over there. And then the drag strip, which is self-explanatory, it's a drag strip, man. Will kind of be over here with, like, parking, like, tents and all of that, carports. So, yeah. It does need a little bit of work, but it's entirely besides. So, it's gonna rev up the old gas. This is a diesel, yeah. Let's rev up the old diesel and go, go, go. And then kind of the finish line will be right there. Thinking about making the return road a little bit longer though. Just a little bit longer. For cars that don't slow down enough. But yeah, that's kind of the state of the drag strip and all of that. And of course the entirety of the motorsports complex, which actually while we're here, into the oval to kind of get ourselves a lap in the dirt oval. Because, yeah. So, kind of rip around the banking here. And then, shaboom. Another bit of banking. And then throw it around to leave the motorsports complex whenever we do get our the tractor pull equipment and all of that, and whenever I do get people on to kind of drag race with and do some fun stuff with. So remember when I said I kind of updated the river a little bit? Yeah, this is part of, well, this is part of it. We do have a bridge, a shank bridge, which, yeah. Anyway, moving on. Over here, we have the kind of, so we have the intersection that goes back towards the lake and back into the main town. And then this road leads directly to the side entrance, which is now the main entrance of the biogas plant. Which we do have a weight station. We have everything here. So, we do also have equipment. We do also have equipment storage here, so we can probably keep some stuff here to kind of run in the bunkers. And then we have a little bit, because we do have a couple of big bunkers here. So we do also have reductions over here. I don't remember what one does what. Lime production, and then this one's probably gold production, of course. Why wouldn't it be gold production? Bless me. Alright, so I need to put self promo. Well, actually, I need to get Dino in here first, so. Bubbleton. Add the app of Dinobot to select a server, this server, authorize, select your time zone, user updates. Alright, so I'm going to hold off on getting Dino in here. Create channel, self promo, Alright, so now go Dino here. I'm sorry, I'm just sitting in front of the yeah, but I am just right now trying to edit a Discord server, which, yay. So let's go add the app, visit the site. Select the server that I want. Boom, boom, boom. Updates channel. Announcements. I do YouTube. Which. Damn it! Alright. Save. Alright, so that and back into the YouTube stream. Okay, What was I doing? Oh yeah. So, back in the truck. Back in the truck, back in the truck. There we go. Get away from that noisy mess. Yeah, we do have. There's also. We can't leave here, by the way. Just letting y'all know that now. That is a dead end. But we do have, I believe, only one massive silage bunker that we can make silage out of, so that'll be fine. We can get. I'd have to go through re-download it, but we can get the K9 Dozer Blade using on Carl Farm's Big Case Steiger series. So let's kind of run back through, run it down, and then finish getting. Well, I want to get the equipment finished. I want to get the equipment, well, the rest of the equipment set up for the main farm, which actually we'll just cut across here. Yeah, we'll just cut across here. That way we can get back to the town a lot quicker. And then we can kind of also realize that we'll be putting up guardrails very soon. But yeah, let's kind of get to the farm. Well, mainly, let's get to the farm first. Go get our seed tender. And... Oh, there's also supposed to be a stop sign there. Yeah, I don't know where I knocked it down to. So... Yeah, there's our JCB well, the shop JCB telehandler, if you will. I'm actually going to open this gate up too, so that way we can go around on it. Die! So, backing on up here, in my 6-fold. I'm joking. Please don't copyright strike me, y'all. But, let's go in. So, this is everything we own. So, the trucks we don't care about. The forestry machines, well, we would care, but, you know. Telehandler, that's... So, the trucks we aren't going to worry about. The forestry machines and the crop protection we won't worry about. Telehandlers, no. We don't want to talk about this. Yeah, so we have, that. We have that, and then we have that. Yeah. And then, of course, we have the pickup truck. So, and then we got the Harley, which I will be calling a Harley for the sake of my sanity. So, now, we need to, well, and then, of course, we got the miscellaneous, which apparently says we could sell in here, but we can't. Why the heck can we do that? I don't know. But yeah, we got... But yeah, all of that... So the local and the Mercury Farmhouse, and then... Well, actually... No, that's from the placeable buildings pack from, I believe, Alien Gym. I don't know, but... Yeah, so... Yeah. We had a ton of stuff. So... I'm not going to complain. But we do need to get the rest of the stuff that we need for the farm, which is... Let's see. So we have tractors, combine, way to haul grain, way to get seed and all that into our equipment, seed and fertilizer, header, plow, disc harrow, seeder and planter. We got chainsaw, we got telehandler for the shop, we got a header trailer, and we got our grain stuff, and then of course whenever snow comes. Hey. Do we have the TLX winter pack? I don't know if we do or not. We have the service pack, but that's about it. Oh crap. Let's kind of go ahead and get, well, let's actually get so our next thing we gotta get a sprayer, So, meaning we will need to kind of get. We kind of need to get creative, if you will. So, I do have some modded sprayers, but I don't know how well they work. So we have the, well, when I mean modded, I mean tractor mounted, and of course the fiber dash and all that. So, well, we do have the power spray, but not wanting to use that right now. And then, as for crop protection, as for this, well, we could do a fertilizer. Ooh, never mind. Because I want one. I want a. I want a. Um. I want to get a. Um. Sprayer that's still trailed but looks more American. Which 9 meter working width. I do actually want to see. We'll lease this really quick just to see what it looks like. Little farming operation here. Bing. Actually, that might be. Well, we might need to get a bigger one for when we do the bigger field, but that'll work. So let's fold this up, kind of cheat our way back to the farm here. Bing bong boody bing. And then we'll park this up. We'll need a skid steer too. Oh, we'll get a baler too, which I already know what baler we're going to run. We're running the Vermeer. Under 690. Is this the British one? Or, no, the 100's, the 100, I believe. Oh, yeah, this is the US spec. Wait, is it? That's the US spec one. Okay. High density big baler. Oh, yo, hello. Okay, so liftable bales pack might be coming into play then too. Maybe. Because they have. Wait, does the base game version have it? Ooh, it does. High density big baler. Would we be able to run it on any of our machines? No. I mean, well, technically yes, but still no. Silage additive tag. No. Liftable. I also like the fact that we have a bunch of like. We have liftable bales pack too, and then of course we get into straw harvest, bale shoot, and then we can hook up the bale collect here. I'm not wanting to run that. So, you know what? Yeah, we'll get a square baler. Well, even though I never really liked doing males, but main color. Hmm, we could do a. Oh, actually no. No. We'll do a round baler. So that can do 180 centimeter bales. These can only do 180 to 240 squares. Alright, yeah. I mean, we're not using as much power. Well, if we went for the US spec gear, we'd be using 115. Well, for the one of the Case or New Holland bales, yeah, less, and then of course Vermeer. Well, it's a Vermeer. We get to use a Vermeer, yeah. So let's actually park up our seven. Let's get this, and then we'll park up this. Go run and park the. Well, actually, crap. We gotta go run and park our. Let's run and park our. Well, let's try not to hit our 41st floor. Gonna park this in the. Let's park this in here. Park the truck there. We'll leave the lights on, sure. Let's get into our farm all here. The 1206 extra. Well, it's technically a farm, but it's technically a farm, even though it says it's an international harvester, but I'm calling it an farm. Let's kind of not run into any more trees. We kind of get over here, park. Yeah, notice. Notice how the equipment is mostly deer. Yeah, that's saying something about me. But for the cattle farm and maybe the third, the elusive third farm, a smaller grain farm, if you will, we'll use less powered equipment. But well, the third farm, we might actually combine the cattle farm that we have on the map already with this farm. So this will be just one huge farm area here. We'll just have a little offshoot for our secondary farm. And then kind of go back in Discord here for a second. Kind of. So it's in here for now. So, alright. But, so, right now, here's our 3 fields. We got field, well, I'm kind of thinking if we do field number 1, field number 2, field number 3, and then do like maybe 4, maybe 6 more fields. So, meaning we will be leasing, a tractor. So, the tractor I actually used to get the rest of the field on that side, and of course the big field, was a 7. I believe I was custom modding 7R. Well, we're not using that right now. We are going to be leasing out. Well, we do have the 7R here though. But yeah, we're not going to be using it. We are grabbing the 9R. 9620R. We're not even going to run triples. We'll run the big old... Well, you know what? Oh, wait, can we not? No, man, we can't even run triple LSW. Okay, we can run LSW 1250s, but what's the fun in that? Well, here's the thing, though. I don't want to run. Well, we'll run. I'm trying to remember what these are. These might be Firestones. Either Firestones, and then of course we got the Goodies with the LSWs, the big boys. Which, oh, mom. Oh, but we're probably gonna run. We'll probably run these. We'll do a US spec just for the hell of it. Yes, but Blade. Oh, we can. Ooh, in-cap monitors, field viewer. We get that. Light tint. We get a 3-point. Yeah, 3-point. Well, we're not going to release that right now. If we want, if we wanted to, we could go for a versatile. Which, ooh, okay. Well, either that or if that mm. Aussie, we gotta go for the US, man. Can we get her? Oh, man. Ooh, wait, we do. Ooh, we do have the big. Oh, I'm joking. Can we do 3 meter? Oh, we can do the rock box. Hello. Oh. Oh, we might be leasing out a 715 series Steiger to be able to get some of these get some of these fields created. I'm joking. I'm joking. We'll probably actually lease out like something like this. I mean, it fits into the style of the farm. It'll so it fits into the style of it fits into the style of the farm I'm wanting, which is classic. GPS phone stand both. Classic old farm tractor, but we get the 300 horsepower. And it's an Alice Chalmers. Man, we can do. Ooh, I forgot the T9700, which is a US spec from the factory. Hell yeah. But no, oh man. Dude, I'm just trying to see. Front weight. What sucks is this can't be a US spec unless we use a modded one. We got the wheeled T9. That's the old Steiger. We got the road track, which I'm still glad we got that. The 9R, the US. Kind of surprised we don't even. Well, it's the older model 7R. Got the 8RX. Which the 8RX is 3 meters anyhow. Wow. So we got the 8RT, the brand new. We got the new 8RT, even though we have a mod for that. Brand new 8R, which again we have a mod for it. Got the 7R, Again, we got a mod for it. Then, of course, we got US variants of the 47. We also have US variants of the 6R in here, too, I believe. Which I gotta find. Oh, did I not get the 6? Did we not get a 6R mod? Wow. Sad. I'm actually kind of tempted to switch out the white for a 4955 US spec. I mean, we'd be getting a little, actually. Eh, I mean, here's the thing though. I do want to keep the white, but for right now though, we are just kind of going to. We'll keep the tractors that we have for right now. So keep those. We'll keep all of it, and then oh, we did. We already okay. We already got the rear. Okay. And then we'll kind of go back through, and then whatever equipment we don't get, we'll kind of buy duplicates of and have it be ready to go at. Because I want to. Yes, I would like to keep the equipment at this main farm and the cattle operation separate. But there might be times where we will have to use use equipment from the main farm on the cattle walk. Which, yeah. But other than that, we might have to go into the mod hub to search for a new sprayer mod. Well, a smaller sprayer. So, we got our baler, which will actually kind of. Well, here's the thing though, too. We can. Do we want to store this? Well, I might store this. I'm debating. Great. I'm sorry you guys got to hear me rant. I'm debating on if we store this at the cattle operation, where our cattle farm will be. We can then, hopefully, get the rest of the equipment ready to go to get. Well, we can get the rest of the haying equipment, which we will be getting. Don't worry. We'll get hay equipment. We'll get foraging and all that. I might even try to get down to like a little hay bunker. We'll get fields we'll get some more fields created specifically for the hay farm, which will be a little bit, as I will be renting out a bigger tractor. Either that, we'll use this, which I don't want to, but we will kind of have to wait and see. So, but the elusive third farm, though, I do want to talk about that a little bit. I do have plans on getting PlayStation Plus to make this into a multiplayer series with a friend, but it'll be a private two-person. It'll be only two people, me and this friend of mine. Meaning, once we get everything going on the farm, we will be getting equipment ready to go and all that. But other than that, we'll kind of also. Well, we'll get a, because here's what we're going to do, too. We're going to kind of store this here. We'll throw this into the ship. Because then we'll get a mower, we'll get everything else that we need. Because we'll be running American spec equipment. Well, American made. Well, stuff that looks American. Okay. Which, yeah. So, park the Vermeer there. And then we'll actually no, we're not gonna run that. We'll actually run. Ooh. 1060. Yeah. So yeah, we'll run the 1066 Hydro. God, I hate myself for showing all that. But so the 1066 Hydro and the Farmo C series. If you guys know these are from the Farmo Anniversary Pack. Yeah, we will be most likely running these here on the hay farm alongside another mod, more specifically the 12.6, which we won't even we won't even be running. We won't run the we won't be running the yeah. We won't be running the Ultra Power for this build, but we'll be running a 12.6. And then actually ooh. And then we'll kind of can I get a four-loop setup for this? No we can't. Damn. But oh wait, yes. So I'm kind of thinking if we run. So we got our 1206 for the main form. This is our 300 horsepower baby. This is our baby for the 300 horsepower stuff. This will be for the heavier ones. But then we'll actually kind of. Well, I need to throw on interactive zone markers. Then do that because we now also gotta throw it down. Because we're going to have some bale storage. It'll be outside bale storage, but it'll be bale storage. So we'll kind of go in for maybe. Try to go in for the 350. Yeah, we're going for a 350, and then we'll kind of paint. Oh well, this is gravel dirt. That's gravel dust. This is gravel dirt. So yeah. Painting, try to get some throw down here. Try to go here with some meadow grass. And gravel. Grassy gravel. I'm gonna run it all throughout here. And then also, this is our manure pit for the cattle. So, I will actually go back through to that area and show y'all. here for just a quickie. But yeah, so out that way is going to be our trail for some new fields. We might use some of them for grain. We might use some of them for fucking like for I'm sorry for my language too. By the way, but we'll kind of use area out this way for like some extra fields and all that. But this will be where the animals will have their manure and all that, and then yeah. But while we're at it though, we'll kind of buy. We'll kind of buy. Oh, let's buy. Ah, let's return that real quick before we get loans. But um, yes. So we'll go in buy a. Go in and buy that little sprayer. Yeah, we'll buy the little deer sprayer. Main color will go and paint that John Deere, John Deere, John Deere. Purchase that, and then Grassland Care. Which, well, yeah. But let's kind of go in here to figure out a mower situation, too. Ooh, we got some good mowers. So we could run the HX20 Batwing, which I'm not going to run the Batwing because it is, unfortunately, my call. What? So we do have some good options, though. We have the Discvine 313, we have the 1365, which is a mod, which we can run older decals if we wanted to. Old decals, we can conditioner expansion, no. Toolbox, yes. Warning triangle, yes. Beacon, no. Grouper. Again, we can get an older spec one too, which. But in all honesty, that might be what we get for a mower. We'll purchase that. Because I would like to run the Vermeer, but I'm not. And then for tedders and windrowers, yeah, that'll easily be ran. We can get our. Ooh, I forgot. Ooh. Okay, so both of them are 8. Wait, yeah. Both of them are 8.5. So we'll run the Vermeer. Yeah. And then 4 dragons, I'm not worried about. Balers, we can get. Well, we already have a baler for the farm. Well, for this farm anyway. But we will get a. We'll actually get a secondary Vermeer for doing actual straw bales too. So go in there. We'll kind of. We'll actually also get a haymaster too. So what this will basically act as is our own little like. So basically, this will be a uh our gooseneck hay trailer, basically, which will be put on the back of a pickup truck. So yeah. So let's throw it onto chromium. Do that, and then oh, dude, wait. And if we all do, man, I'm no. We're not going to use the Haymaster. We're going to use this. Listen, I believe this is from Rooster Mods. I don't know. I would have to check Facebook. But this. Oh, yeah, we're using this. We're using this. We're getting rid of the Haymaster. We're getting rid of the Haymaster. We're using a bale wagon. Yeah. We're getting rid of that using that. Hands down, yes. Hands down, we're using that. And then bell wrappers. I'm not actually worried about, well, actually, wait, can I do that? Ooh, yeah. But this one can do square bales. Ooh, okay. Can I do purple? I can. Okay. Can I do? No, I'm joking. We'll get crimson red bale wrap. We'll use that for wrapping bales. Animals will get a water tanker. We will get a straw blower too, which will actually kind of. Okay, so we'll actually we can use the team. Yes. The only piece of machinery that I'm not using that's from well, okay, there's also machinery too, but still, the only piece of hay machinery that I'm not hay or animal machinery that I'm not using for like freaking Vermeer is basically a console hay buster. Now, if you guys don't know what a hay buster is, it's basically like what the Teagle Tomahawk here is, but a lot better. So we'll kind of also we'll actually go through to get a go through here, get miscellaneous. We'll get there. Oh, it was feed and production and feed. So let's go through here. Alrighty, so Western Wilds. No. We got stuff for Western Wilds, the map itself. Okay, no. We got the record pack. Why do we have the record pack? I don't know. But we will kind of go in here. We'll actually kind of go. Well, I just need a water tanker. That's literally it. So we'll kind of get. That. And then we will kind of be maybe hopefully ready to go. So let's see how long we've been streaming for. Only an hour, so okay. And then we'll kind of go through here. We'll get our L630 front loader for our tiny little farm. And then we'll go into and we'll get a manure bunker put like an actual manure bunker put down. Well, a silage bunker, I mean. So let's see what Western World's. Oh, okay, just those. Okay. Construction, silos. We'll kind of get. Man, if only we had one that we could rotate properly. Manure pit, bunker site. Actually, we have it. Yeah. Oh, dude! Yes! Okay. Okay. Gravel dirt. And we'll kind of go back. Kind of run some of the lighter animal mud in here. And then go all the way over here for the wet mud. The wet. And then kind of just patch up the little spots here and there. And then bingle bongle bam. We are. Okay, yeah, that works. So, we'll just have to remember. Ow. Man, we got trees, we got it. Alright, well, while we're here, let's soften up this area, though. Let's soften up the area that is going to be plowed, unfortunately. yeah, we'll kind of soften up the area over here. And then once we get this kind of set up, ready to go, and all of that, what we'll actually do too is we'll kind of have a little turn, like we'll have turnoffs, like we'll have field entrances too for some of them. Like, I mean, for these, I'm not even for like this one. I'm not going to bother. For this one though, I am kind of going to bother. So we'll kind of. I am destroying the field just a little teensy bit, but that is okay for me. So that's field entrance number 1. I'm not going to bother with the field entrance for this one, per se, because what we can do is we can just pull in off the road, so kind of have one like that, kind of, for that field, and then for this one up here, I mean, in all reality, again, we can always just pull in from... We can always just pull in from, like, the road here. So, like, yeah. Painting, though. And then we'll kind of do some more fields out here, which we will be grabbing the T-Rex 600 from back behind the farm and all that stuff. But, yeah, so out here, though, is kind of where we're going to be doing an extra field. Now, I would combine it with this field, but I'm not. So, let's actually grab our 1206 that we have here. And then, so, single dually, and then we'll grab, we got a lot of stuff to grab. Wow, okay. So let's get shift this into 4-wheel high, and then I'll bother getting attaching from can I just and then we'll kind of head out to get to the main farm out here. Oh, the cattle operation, if you will, which, by the way, y'all, I'm probably going to consider this as like a secondary farm, so I will be most likely trying to need a house. That's a treat. So, yeah. We'll be doing multiplayer with, like, one person who's been a brother to me, basically, so. For right now, though, let's kind of get out here, get this ready to go, and then we can, yeah. So. Let's get this done really quickly, though, because I do want to kind of try to get the bed, pretty much. Other than that, though, let's finish off by getting equipment in. Well, I'm not actually going to end the stream just. Going to get all the equipment that we have here back to their respective farming areas. And then we will get Baylor back to our farm, and then we'll get the farm all that's here back to the main farm, and then we can kind of get ready to go on make some extra fields, which, yeah, I wasn't expecting the series to go as well as it was supposed to, but, I mean, hey, I'm glad that nobody's commented to berate me or tell me I'm a horrible person or whatever on this map, but, yeah. That's just kind of how it is, so. But, and to think, this whole map is very much different from how it is when you first start out on Western Wild, which, by the way, y'all, I'm considering doing another Western Wild Let's Play just to kind of build out a map. Like, from scratch, it'll be a different name. It won't be Wildhaven, Montana. It'll be just good old-fashioned Western Wild Let's Play with basically just a good time ahead of it, so. But right now, let's grab our, well, the sprayer will kind of come pick up with the farmer. Our farmer, the 300 horsepower baby. So let's kind of go grab our tedder, run it back to the farm, and then we can, which, yeah, but other than that, though, we are going to be kind of going out there with a bigger sized tractor and a plow, be able to get some fields down, and then what we'll do then is we'll probably get grass put in whenever the season. Well, here's the thing though too, we gotta consider the fact that we have seasons on the save game, so we gotta figure out when, and I mean when we can start planting grass, which won't be till March. Grand. So we'll be hard. I mean, yeah, we won't be getting much. We'll just use the grass that we have off the land for right now, though. But we will be kind of, you know, working on the save game. I'm considering getting the Pagoda pack, though, too. A couple other deals. Get some more equipment here on the farm. To be able to hopefully then get the ability to have a bigger farm and passenger capability too. So, but yeah, so what we're doing for right now though is getting this secondary farm together, which, yeah, we'll be separating the equipment off of main farm, which is our arable farm. Bring it back this up to so what we'll do is we'll get water and all that put in for the cows, since we are going to be doing cow on this. Well, this farm, cows, I believe this is where we can do some straw, and, well, I think it's in there, but let's actually come into here. Brown Swiss. So we're not going to do dairy cows. We are going to do beef cows. Yeah. Yeah, we're doing beef cows. And then we'll get bales to kind of throw into the TMR mixer, which, again, we have a lovely job from custom modding for that. And then we can then go in, run around here, and pretty much just continue where we left off, trying to get equipment back to the hay farm. So, but current plans for the farm. Well, for the map, actually. We are going to finish off getting fields created. I have plans on making 7 or 8 more fields. 7 or 8 more fields, and maybe another smaller, like, farm. It'll be probably this farm that we're going to be making next, which will probably be a live stream too. We'll probably do, we'll do a speed build. We'll do a speed build of this farm, and it'll be live streamed too. So, I'm tired of the PlayStation's 1 hour video restrictions. So, let's kind of throw on some headlights here because it is starting to get a little bit dark. So, but tractors for the hay farm, level 6, we got the 1066 Hydro, and then the little old Farmall C series from the anniversary pack DLC. Yeah, and then the sprayer. Well, I'll actually run the sprayer back to the main farm whenever we can. So, like, that sprayer, and then we have a second Vermeer baler. This second Vermeer baler will be for our hay farm. Because I'm wanting these. So I'm wanting the equipment from the hay farm to be separate from the main grain farm, if that kind of ever makes sense for you guys, even though there's only one other person other than me in the chat, because my phone, it has YouTube open to kind of view chat and all that stuff. But yeah, we are kind of just running equipment back and forth for right now, and then when we get to that time, we will be leasing out a bigger, and I mean bigger, a lot bigger of a tractor to be able to get some plowing done for some fields. Yet some of them won't be as huge. Some of them will be for grass. A couple will be for like hay. Like a couple of them will be grass mainly, but like 2 or 3 of them. But the rest of them will be grain, like arable fields. So, but we have all the fields lined with and ready to go. Be able to get like cultivated, which we have that 770 disc harrow attached to the Field Boss Series 3 that back at the main farm, and then of course we got our farm all with dualies here on the hay farm, which, well, we will be moving back to the farm. Yeah, it's not staying here. Oops. So unfortunately, well, the only thing that will be coming with us from the main farm will be our pickup truck. Pickup truck will be coming with us to and from the main farm to be able to kind of, well, tow things, basically. So, other than that, though, we will actually, let's open up, let's actually come in here really quick. Construction, landscaping, gravel, dirt. And I've done it. Man. And I just had this area finished. Alright, it's okay. It is okay. We fixed it. And then we gotta remember too that, well, crap. This is our offloading area. Crappy dookie. Yeah. Offloading area there. Gotta remember that. But let's kind of... Let's actually go in here because... Oh! Okay. So let's get that opened up. We'll throw some equipment in there. We might actually throw some pallets up there too. Throw some like... we could throw some seed pallets up there. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. Some pallets. We'll throw some seed pallets up there. Well, I forgot. I have production pallets too. Hee. But we'll... Yeah. But, let's actually, first thing, what we need to do is we need to find... Ooh, bless me. What we need to do is find some seed... Ah, that is a mod I don't have. Crap. Okay, so we're backing out of the save. We're backing out of the save game for a second, y'all. So what we gotta do, go back to the main menu, find some. Go into here. Downloadable content. Mod hub load. There we go. And then go down here to pallets. Pallet additional V. Pallet additional view. Pioneer Siege. Okay, so that's what we're going to need. Yeah, okay. Okay. So, Pioneer Seeds, that's 5 different types. Corn, wheat, soybeans, oilseed, sorghum, and... what was that, sunflowers? So... Oh, man, we can't. So... I'm supply pack. Okay, farm supply pack. We'll get that too. The pallet additional features. Pallet pack. Liftable fill types. So, I'll get these once we get the Platinum expansion. Which will be hopefully soon. But, for right now, we are kind of going to... Oh, we'll get that too. Yeah. Big bag pallets. Premium bags and pallets. Okay, do that. I'm getting so many other mods that I don't... Don't need that then. Okay. Other than that, I think we're good. think, unless we find something else, I don't know. Yes, I'm sorry I'm boring y'all, but ooh, utility trailers. But yeah, I think we're going to be done in the. I think we're kind of going to be done in the. Yeah, we're going to be done in here. Like, came up. Okay. Actually, that does kind of remind me of something too. What was it? Yeah. I forgot. Cool. Love when I forget. Okay, oh, yeah. Another, like a smaller, like a small hole behind about equipment pack. Precision sprayer pack. I'm so sorry for boring y'all. I'm in the mood to find a couple extra mods. I'm sorry. But right now, we need to. I mean, that might work, but I don't know or not for this. Yeah. Alright, we're done in mods. We're done in those. We are from. So it turns out we're not done in that yet. Because we gotta wait for the Kubota pack. Forget it. Yeah. Well, let's actually load into the game for right now without the Kubota pack. Then I'll come back out later when I end the stream. Add the Kubota pack in. And then. Yeah, big brain. I am big brain here. Okay, so let's see now. Kinda going to. Come on, Western Wilds, load. I'm anticipating to hit that 95. It's hit the 95. Yeah, okay. Alright. For right now, though, let's get back to what we were doing. Which I believe was, getting equipment back to the farm. Okay, so we'll grab our 1066 here. Back it on up to the Teagle, aka our console branded, our console variant of a haybuster. Yeah, we like mine. I like this. So, basically, I know it's a straw blower in game, but to me it's a haybuster. Come on. I just like the way it looks. It reminds me of the haybuster mod for FS19 I used to always run. But yeah, let's kind of run back to our cattle farm. So, for anyone who's new coming onto the channel, we are here on Western Wilds, aka mine's cave game that I've deemed, that is now going to be called around in the community Wild Haven, Montana. It is all of the mods and DLCs, including the anniversary pack you guys realize that I'm using now, are all on platforms. You can use them on if I send the game over to PC, you guys can use it there with all the mods and all of that. And if you guys are using mods and everything on console, even though there's a console restriction on slots, which I've only used about 2,300 of them, which is a good thing, because most of them are trees. If you guys do want to play this, I'll go through a mod list as soon as possible, but For right now, though, let's get this back into. Oh, we do have another shed we can use, but I'm going to use this shed. Oh, actually, yeah, that is a true point. Let's use this shed for right now. Let's use the one over here, even though I'm cutting across here, but still, it's beside the point. So, let's kind of, let's go in here too. Go ahead and paint. Yeah! And then, of course, we need to hit the lights, Bobby! Yeah, this will kind of be as our bigger, one of our main storage sheds for anything and everything. Even though we'll probably just store most of the equipment in here, and then we'll kind of have our pallet area be in this shed over here from Taylor Farms, and then we'll have bales out here, and then of course cattle over here. So. But we'll park up the Farmall, the 766 Hydro, even though it is an international, but it is a Farmall in my eyes. But yeah, small tractors. But yeah, look, it says it's a Farmall, but it isn't. It isn't a Farmall. Well, okay, yes, it is a Farmall, but still. But let's back this on up. We'll grab the C-Series Farmall, which is our little. It's going to be our little util track, well, the cattle farm's utility tractor, which go up there, and then we'll kind of also get like some small. Oh, actually, while we're here, so I can prevent myself from cutting across again, we'll kind of get some American elms thrown. Because yeah, we need more trees in this. Yeah, we'll just throw down a couple of trees, just decorate it just a little bit more. Kinda do this. Okay. Okay, I think that's enough tree decorating for one. So, for goals for the finishing up of the map, this field will be done. Well, this field will save for when we get around to well, what we'll do is we'll kind of split it in half. We'll do half. Well, actually, I don't actually. What we'll do, so like. Actually, we'll use that field for, well, that'll be for one of our fields that we'll use for grass. And then these two will be hay fields, and then we'll kind of experiment with some fields on the other, well, I don't know. But right now, though, we are kind of just experimenting with where we're going to put fields. Because I wanted to keep the rocks. I don't know why I wanted to keep the rocks, but I wanted to keep the rocks. We'll put down some field. Well, actually, that does bring up a bigger point. We'll kind of throw it down like a dirt road. Like, get to some of the extra fields. Like, we'll throw down a field that's over by the, grain, like a small dirt road. We'll kind of do what the Stovers did for 25, even though that 25 has mud. But we'll kind of throw down a little bit of a bumpier, like actual muddy dirt road, and we'll kind of throw down. It's like instead of running gravel roads mostly for everything, we'll run like out that way. We'll run like actual muddy dirt roads, even though again, we don't have mud, but yeah. Kind of like how we did for the Demo Derby Arena and the Tractor Pull. We did the plowed field paint state that Alien Jim has on Western Wilds, which, yeah. That'll be for when we get out into the fields out this way. Because when we do, yeah, we'll know. I'm kind of thinking though, if we do use this field for grass, we will do it. We'll use it. Yeah, we'll use this field for grass every year. One that's out here by the main entrance to the this farm, which, by the way, guys, I'm treating this as like a secondary farm with all the equipment buying and all that. So, just letting y'all know that. So, this will be kind of a secondary farm with equipment and everything in between. We'll also kind of we'll store some of the. Alright, so get out, detach that, boom, boom, boom. We'll kind of, yes, okay. So we'll treat this like a secondary farm with its own machinery, since we are running its own machine. Since we are running basically this farm with its own machinery. And then we'll probably get a third farm set up if we were to get a third person on, and maybe even hire some farmhands too. Be able to run on our, like, be able to get some extra people on farms and all that, be able to run. Which, yes, I know, I'm on console restrictions with the slot count. Look at you, slot count. Oh, 4,400. Because the slot count, I don't know if we will be able to get any extra farms and or we couldn't put down. If we do, we'll probably tell people, hey, go easy on slot count, please. And then we'll kind of have someone who runs the dealership and all that. Like, basically like an actual RP server, but not really. I mean, yeah, okay, kind of, it'll be an RP server. But with, of course, console restrictions and all that on the console itself. So. For right now, though, let's kind of go ahead. Finish off getting equipment back, and then we can grab the baler and our sprayer, run it back to the main farm, which, yeah, will be fun. And then they'll lease out a bigger tractor. So, well, we also need to get attachments for the front loader too, which we'll do a little bit later. Right now, though, let's just get everything back in the main farm. Oh, when I mean main farm, I mean this equipment's main farm, which will be the cattle farm. Which, yeah. But yeah, like I said, the only piece of machinery that will be coming with us from to and from the main farm will be our pickup truck, the 1980 TL. Okay, we might actually spec out our new pickup truck for the secondary farm still. So, and if anything, my friends, we will be. And if multiplayer does come around, I will get the second farm set up. We'll get it given a little bit of cash to kind of start managing things, and then. Oh, because I do want to run like 3 separate farms, and then have like if I do get the opportunity to bring this back on a computer, get a couple of people in the FS community together to kind of run an RP series. So I just now realized I'm not going to be able to back this up, even though there's no bales on it. So here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do, friends. We're going to hit a tree, yeah. I don't like this type of axle. man, she's stuck. Alright, you know what? We have our 300 horsepower beast here. Let's grab it and ram it. Even though it can only do 90 miles an hour, we will save it. Man. Alright. I like the scene. Oh yeah. Alright, sweet, we got it on. I'm pulling it out way a little bit too far. So RG. You know what? We might just buy a freaking 3-point. We'll get a tractor with 3-point. Always. Or a thrower in reverse, Harry, cause that's what we do. Little adjustments here and there. There we go. Alright, now we can kind of go back, grab our mower, which is hooked up to our other farm-all, aka the other 1206 with single rear wheels instead of dualies. And then we can go back, grab our sprayer for our main farm. Well, for the main farm, and then, well, we can go from there. Get more fields created, couple, and then we'll, yeah. But, yeah, I will be trying to get the, so I guess I still gotta get the videos that I need to get out for right now, which I guess this won't technically count as part of the live stream. Oh, I'm gonna count this as part of the series. I still need to get that video where I run over a few things out, so that way this can still be in chronological order for it. So, but yes, this will be added to the map build, tour, and all that playlist later down the line. So, yeah, we are just kind of holding up to the dealership. So, yeah, we'll get sprayer and our baler for our hay. When I mean hay, I mean our straw. Back, because we've bought a separate baler for our main farm, and then the baler for the, which actually what we'll do, smart thinking, Tristan, smart thinking. Yeah, what we'll do is we'll actually need to grab let's get a Bobcat for here though too. Because, yeah. So, then we'll throw this up, yeah. And then what we'll do is what we'll do though is we'll kind of, well, I gotta respec this truck anyhow, cause I do wanna, well, actually, here's what we'll do. We'll get another TLX. We'll do a dually. Well, here's the thing, though. We're actually going to do... We'll do the older... Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do all the chrome, vintage. We're not doing a hood. Do the standard. We'll run a bull bar. Do that. Combo 3. Vintage. Double right. Daylight, yeah. Calling mirrors. The principal. No, we're not doing Phoenix Blue. Or not doing. We are going for a Mac Red. Yeah, Mac Red with a antique cream. The topper, we don't care about that. Extras. Sure. Rim color, though. Stainless steel. Does it even have a license plate mount? No, it doesn't, so we don't... So it don't matter. So let's grab ourselves a little... Well, we'll grab a... Yeah, we'll grab a old flatbed. Lights, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. Why are you crying? Jungle Fever, no. Deep blue. Slate blue, deep blue. We'll actually kind of do... We'll do this in an onyx black. And then we'll do... Yeah. Alright, so there. So this will be for... So, farmhand, this will be like the farmhand strip. Even though it'll be for the, even though it'll be for the hay farm, still. But, this will be for, actually, you know what, I might just, you know what? You know what? Let's actually switch out the trucks. We'll use this one for the main farm. Yeah, we'll use this one for the main farm, and then they can get the old, the more rustier of the two. I mean, hey, it's fair trade. They're getting a crappier crap box of a truck more than anything. Joking, I'm joking. Because this is more my style. When I look at a farm, this is more my style. This is more my style than that one. So, because it's more classic. Oh, hey. So we got that. Awesome. Throwing rock. Well, while we're here, let's tap into our diesel pickup truck for the other farm now, because yes. So yes, technically I have already worn out this truck already, but hey, we cool, we vibe. And then we'll throw the baler, because we have nowhere else to throw it. And then we'll, because we're kind of having to throw our planters out here. So let's go and we'll actually give this one will be for the farmhand, and then we'll give this one will be the farmhand's truck, which actually farmhand might live in the trailer on the cattle farm too. Yeah. So farmhand will live on the cattle farm, kind of dirty it up a little bit, driving through the field. We've not touched this field at all recently, other than for the fact we had to get it lined, which yeah. But yeah, this truck will be for the farmhand, who will live on Druid Land. Yeah, and then we'll get we'll get a house put down somewhere for him. If I can do that, if I can place another house, I don't know yet. Houses, because if anything, I'm gonna throw down. Well, if anything, I'm gonna throw down like a log cabin or something. Oh, trailer too. Sure. Oh my god, it. Okay, so good to know. Good to know. So yes, we can place down. So it's not like FS22 where we can just place down one house per farm. We can actually put down multiple houses. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and give them. Let's go ahead and give them a house. We'll give them a trailer. But yeah, this trailer is kind of supposed to make him feel like he's lived here for a while. So do that. Oh. We kind of paint in the yard like it's nothing. Get grass down. Get some grass down, and then we can come out here, give them a good old carport with a hut. God, I am so rude, mean. Joking, I'm joking. No, seriously though. Carport with hut. Carport with hut. Carport with hut. There we go. And that is our farmhand's house. So let's go ahead. Okay, I'm not that mean though, but yeah, let's kind of do the pathway through there, so we can paint over this area. Paint him. But then you immediately have to turn into. So, like, yeah. Look, there's a farming house. So, yes, it is still a nice home, even though it's the trailer from the base map. But still, it's a nice home. So, and it fits a truck, mostly. It mostly fits it. But yeah, this will be the home of your farmhand, and then you got the... I'm also kind of surprised it let me do that. Very surprised it let me do that. Anyway. Next order of business. Oh yeah, making this a little bit wider. Which... Yeah, there. That's the final edition the farmhands are going to get. If they don't like it, they can talk to my lawyer. It's all good, man. I'm joking. So let's go on through. Add some gravel with... There. But yeah. So, yes, they live on the farm. But no, they live on the other farm. So, yeah. So, we got this, so it's fine. Now we can kind of hook up. Come over here to our shedding. Well, other shed bay. And, well, this is where we'll throw our baler. Crap. Okay, so... yeah, this will be where we throw the baler. Baler, we'll maybe try to fit the T-Rex 600 in here too. Actually, while we're at it, are we allowed to run the snowplow with our, like, push bar? The old grandpa spec, if you will. And we run it with this bull bar. We can! Ooh, hello! Okay, cool, yeah, we can. Okay, so that's a good sign. We can, in fact. Okay, so that's good. So meaning we won't have any other issues, so. But yeah, other than that, let's go. Stop that. We'll run this run this farm wall, aka our single wheel, back to the hay farm, and then we will. Let's see, we're 2.5. Wow, we're 2.5 hours in. Okay. So we're 2.5 hours in. We'll kind of then. This is where we're kind of going to maybe see about possibly getting. Well, actually, you know what? Let's work. Well, because we do have to get another spreader for the co-op, which, while we're at it, let's go ahead and buy another John Deere spreader. The big boy John Deere 4090. And we'll run the LSWs. Yeah, Starfire 3000, yes, Bacon, no, yeah. Spread start, yes, no. And then we'll get the LG 3004 dry box. And I've just popped an achievement, vehicle fleet. Yay, thank you. So that'll be for the co-op as well. So then we'll throw that in with the shed. over at the Farmers Co-op because we are not running that on a sprayer deck. I'm sorry, but we are going to be we're actually going to be driving it to our fields. But here's a good thing though. Once we do get all the fields and all that done, we can kind of go rob the spreader thing. And then go from there. So, yeah. So, okay. So, mower. Ow, crap, we gotta go all the way up. Yeah. So we'll throw this in the shed too. Then we'll kind of park. Alright, y'all didn't see that. Y'all didn't see a thing. So let's throw this in here. And then we'll kind of get a... Well, we need an... Oh, that's right, we need an animal trailer. So... Alright, so, another thing, we need an animal trailer. So, let's go ahead. Oh, yeah, we have the herdsman stick. Okay. We have the herdsman stick. I'm debating on using it. So, let's see... Well, it only weighs a kilogram. None. Herdsman stick. It's like, no brand whatsoever. Bye-bye. I'm thinking, though, if we... okay. Crap, man. I hate to be the breaker of bad news, but the only thing that seems liable here in this instance would be the herdsman's. But I don't want to use a. See, if we had horses, we'd use a horse trailer, but we don't. And I don't really want to have to lease out another. Well, we'll hold off on getting animals right now for this farm. So let's actually park up the equipment that's back here in a more normal fashion. And then of course we got Farmall over here parked in our other Farmall. Because we have 3 Farmalls. Well, 4 on. We have 4 Farmalls on this save game. Because if we go down to here, we have this, 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 and this. All of these are Farmalls. But yet, these 2 are Case IH, and then these 2 are Internet Harvesters, and then yeah. Get that. You guys get the point, okay? You guys get the point. I'm a meep. Beep. So, this will be for the Co-op Pro TV. And hopefully the tires will help out. So let's go ahead and figure out where we gotta fill this up at. Nope, that's a water well. And I fill up here. And we're wasting money too while we're at it. Yay! So, yeah, let's... Beep, beep. So, pretty much, let's go ahead and roll out. Let's roll out, head for the... And then, before we end off the stream here, let's go... Well, I don't want to end it just yet. Here's what we'll do. We'll get some extra fields made. Then we might possibly see about getting rid of little river that we can kind of drive into just a little bit. Maybe have some water sticking out. Hey, yeah, that's the jump scare of the day complete. Cool. But, yeah. All the, oh, also another thing, y'all. The triggers, those will be turned off. The triggers will be turned off for the sake of my sanity and because of the fact that I will not be running them. So, also the co-op, I am still trying to figure out a name. So if you guys have any name suggestions for the Farmers Cooperative, then feel free to put them in the comments of any of the videos, and I may hopefully see them. Right now, let's park the deer big in here. But yeah. It's like, this room will be... Well, crap, here. But this room will be kind of like the main office where we can check and figure out what we... And basically, like, see how much we can make off the grain line. So, yeah. So, but other than that, I'm kind of thinking we might end this stream. Does that have working lights? Does this have working lights? Should have working lights. I've always wanted to have this large shed with working lights. Okay, so it does have working lights. Cool. Yeah, we'll kind of close up shop here for right now. I'm also going to try minimizing tabbing, as you guys can see here. Tabbing will be minimized. So, but I guess, what I can do is we can circle back around and grab. Well, we can grab our gooseneck trailer for one. Grab our gooseneck trailer, kind of. Well, actually, kind of. Grab a soaring eagle just a little bit, but yeah. Let's grab this. We'll kind of go We'll kind of go over, say hello to them, say hello, and evict some trees, and then. This will kind of be where the stream kind of ends for the night. Meaning we gotta pull into the field just a little bit. Oh, does it? So, alright. We're here now, little T-Rex. Back on up. Grab it. So, yeah, that's more my spec, in my opinion. So, let's get old Chalupa Lupa, La Cuculacha. Flipped around and loaded on up to go murder some trees. Hashtag, yeah. Let's... And I don't know how many trees we gotta... I don't know how many trees we gotta go collect. But all I know is that we are needing to clear out some trees to be able to get some more farmland to put down for our mighty farm. So, yeah. But anyway, for those who are just now joining the stream, we have kind of a recap going on. We've switched out farm trucks. Our old farm truck is now at the cattle farm, which is now completely built. We've bought a lime spreader for when we need the help of the farmers cooperative, and we will also be employing a couple people from my friends list to kind of help out with farm and all that. Whenever I get PlayStation Plus, obviously, but still. So, but yeah, here we go, just kind of trundling along with our pickup truck. So, but yes, we did get a second trailer placed down. That trailer will be for the farmhand whenever I get him invited. Well, whenever I get PlayStation Plus first, but still. And then we will be kind of focusing on getting... So our main goal for right now is clearing out the trees that aren't going to be in the farmland. Well, that are in the farmland. That's besides the point. So, let's unstrap you. Unstrap you. How do we another? There isn't. Cool. So let's go ahead and start working. It might be faster if I load it back onto the truck and do it that way, but that would be unrealistic. But yeah, we are just kind of going to go around this whole little bit of an area, getting a couple of trees placed here and there, and then hopefully avoiding the way. So, and then we gotta get... We are also kind of going to see about getting a couple... So, right now we're just getting some extra fuel made. Main reason... Well, right now what you guys see me doing is trying to clear out land to get the extra fuel made. Main reason why we're doing this is so that when we get everything cleared out, ready to go and all that, we can get the extra fields made, have some extra fields for grass, and then we can hopefully start getting around to get Sagan going. Which, by the way, y'all, so for the money situation, because we still have 7 million, we will kind of be putting money into kind of finishing off decorating the entirety of the map. And then we'll actually, you know, we might keep that tree that's close to the lake, even though this lake is going for gathering water for our cattle and all that. But, and then we'll come in here though, really quick. Throw down some extra trees here and there. Small oaks. Young spruces, maybe? Yeah. And then we'll kind of save this area. Well, and then we'll kind of. Well, let's go back through here. Small oak, small birch trees, which aren't very popular here on the TM87 Gaming channel, which will be renamed here soon, by the way, y'all. Just letting you know that. I'm renaming it. It will no longer be called the TM87 Gaming channel. I am renaming it to something else, so feel free to take it as you will. So let's kind of go ahead and go back through. So, yeah. So, this area over here will be a field. And also, yes, guys, will be probably getting comments as to why, oh, why didn't you use this area for this field? Well, this field's already too big as is, and it kind of already looks like Suzuka East. Yeah. So, no. But where were we? Oh, yeah, we do also need to clear. So we got a tree out here. We got a tree out here. Other than that, I think that's all the trees. So let's go in here, though, really quickly. Okay, plants. I mean, and then let's go through and get rid of the bushes, because I hate bushes. I don't want to see them ever again on my save land thing. So let's just go ahead. Very kindly ask the bushes to leave the populous area and to, I don't know, maybe find somewhere else to go. This area will be for farming. Rain, the Messiah. I don't know why I'm singing. I will get copyright struck for it. So if anyone does hear that, please don't. I'm only 18. I'm trying to make a living here. But other than that, though, let's go through. Kind of get out some big sections. Hi, tree. So, even though, yes, we probably won't get up close to the train tracks, we will most likely use all the area that we can. Yeah. So let's just start destroying everything in an instant. No. We don't want you here, stupid bushes. So, that's a big cluster. Alrighty, I think we're probably just gonna clear up to these trees and then call it. So, everything. Um. Okay, that might be now. That might not be enough. Okay. yeah, so just gonna be here for a little bit. I might actually do this off when I'm not streaming. So I will probably. Well, I'm probably just going to end the stream here, so that way you guys don't have to deal with the tedious section of having to watch me paint every single bush out of existence. So, that's just. Alright, so this is where I'm going to end the stream for now. I will most likely stream again whenever we get a little bit better viewership. And then we can kind of go from there. So, thank you all for watching. I will hopefully be starting to stream again. It just depends on how I feel. So, I would have a camera, but right now I don't have a camera. So, but other than that, thank you all for watching, and I will see y'all later. Peace.